Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Time with Chris, the channel devoted specifically to movies, movie trailer discussions, movie reviews, movie birthdays, box office results, with some special videos along the way. Now, hey, if that sounds like something that you're into, if you love the trailer discussions, if you want the movie reviews before you check it out at the theater, or hey, if you just love movies, subscribe to this channel. You're going to get all of that great content that you love and then some. Now, today we've got a lot going on. Um, so we're going to really try to move it quick. I know that today's Saturday. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but because of health reasons, I wasn't able to get this video done. The process of actually making one of these videos is a tedious, long process. So my body could only deal with so much. So I had to cut it short. But we're going to try to get through the whole video today and keep it really short. Try to keep it under 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and just start out with the box office recap for last weekend, September 28th to September 30th. Now, last week's video, I had my prediction where I predicted it would be A House with a Clock in Its Walls as 1, Hellfest as 2, Simple Favor as 3, Night School as 4, and Smallfoot as 5. I couldn't have been more wrong. The actual box office for this past weekend, Night School came in at number 1, 27.3 million. I don't know why I put it at number 4, but I did for some reason. But hey, Kevin Hart came through and delivered with Tiffany Haddish and got this movie to be number 1. Number 2 on the box office was Night School. I don't know if I said it. 27.3 million. Number 2 was Smallfoot at 23 million. This was a movie that I barely heard of. I think I saw like one trailer for it. That's why I had it at number 5. I didn't think there was a lot of marketing out there for it, but I guess families that went to the theater and were like, I don't want to see Kevin Hart making these jokes type of thing with my family, they went to go see Smallfoot. Yeah, they really went to go see it. 23 million. Again, it's just a movie that's, the reverse. It's Bigfoot looking at us. Us calling Bigfoot Bigfoot. What would he call us? Smallfoot. So, number 3 was A House with a Clock in Its Walls. I knew it'd be in the top 5 with 12.6 million. Really got knocked down, but only because those two movies. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking putting them at 4 and 5, but they came through and delivered and ended up being 1 and 2. Excuse me. Number 4 at the box office was A Simple Favor. Still holding on in that top 5. Like I said, I think it's going to be there at least for this past week. It's like that Crazy Rich Asians just holding on. They did 6.5 million. Not bad, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on with this. Ooh, my hair is out of control, man. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on with this lineup that's coming out this weekend, but number 4 last weekend at the box office. Number 5 was The Nun, 5.4 million. I mean, that movie was really holding on. And it surprised me because the only thing that I got right about my box office prediction was that I said for Hellfest, I don't see a lot of people going to see it. The only reason I put Hellfest at 2 on my list was because there's so many people that goes to like those Halloween horror nights and um Hollow Scream and all these things that we have. People go to those things. People go out of their way just to go to these events. What is this? Sorry, there's like something cutting my arm here. Um so I thought, okay, that's why it might do something, but it didn't look that interesting. Sure enough, that's the only thing I got right. A lot of people, I guess, didn't go see this movie. That's why The Nun rounded up the top five at five. Hellfest actually came in sixth with 5.1 million. So I got the entire prediction wrong. Nothing was in its place, but I did predict that not a lot of people were going to see Hellfest. So at least I got one thing right. But that's my box office recap. Um, let's go ahead and talk about my predictions now for this week. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to get some of these right, okay? Um, Now, I haven't seen anything about. I stayed away from like Box Office Mojo and all that just because I didn't do my prediction yet. I didn't want it to be skewed by anything with how movies did between Thursday night and yesterday being Friday. So this is my prediction that I had as of early yesterday morning, not looking at anything Thursday night. I predict box office this weekend, October 5th to October 7th, Venom at number one. Regardless of what people are saying, a lot of people are talking bad about this movie and giving it nothing but bad reviews. I don't go by what other people say. A lot of these people are probably, hardcore um comic book readers. They know the story of Venom, the backstory. People are going to see this movie because it just looks cool. You know, the trailers with Tom Hardy and Venom, they look good. They're gonna bring people in. Now, if the movie ends up being crap, the trailers did their job. It's like Transformers. Those trailers all look good, and then you go in and you sit down and you watch it, and it's crap. But those movies make a boatload of money, so I'm sure Venom is going to make a boatload of money. That's why I have it at number one. Number two, I have A Star is Born. And I think this is going to be a real close one. These might be interchangeable because A Star is Born, so many people are excited for this movie. The remake of a remake, it, I mean, it just looks amazing. And to have Bradley Cooper behind the camera, this time, his first directorial debut, and to have a natural, amazing singer like Lady Gaga in this movie, this is going to draw a lot of people in. I know I can't wait to see this movie. So, and I'm not even a big Lady Gaga fan. Excuse me. I know she's an amazing singer, natural talent. I like Bradley Cooper. I think he's great in the things that he does. So this movie is just gonna. It might be number one. I think Venom's gonna pull it out though. Uh, at number three, I think Night School is still gonna be there. I think Night School is still gonna be. It's gonna get knocked down from number one. It had a fun reign at number one for 1 week. It's gonna get knocked down. I think it's going to be number three. I think it's still going to be in that top five. People are still going to want to see it. Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, they're all over the place right now. So people are going to want to check this out, get a good laugh in. Number four, I have The Hate You Give. Now, will it be in the top five? I don't know. This is biased. I saw the trailer and I think it should be in the top five. So that's why I put it there. This movie looks good. Um, it seems like it has a great message to it, and I think people should see it. But who knows? A lot of these things that are out there that I think people should see end up being like 8 or 9 at the box office their first week. So we'll see. And rounding out my top five prediction, I have A House with a Clock in Its Walls. Um, I think that one is still going to be holding on just because I don't think anything else out there really can compete with it. Yeah, Smallfoot beat it this week, but I think that's it. Like people have seen it. That's it. They're done. Um, I think A House with a Clock in Its Walls is definitely going to be holding on another week in the top five. But excuse me, that's my prediction for this week at the box office. Now, again, like I stated in my last video, when I started this channel, I started it with the whole concept of movies that came out like in history this week. It was a kind of thing of, oh my God, that came out 15 years ago. Man, I feel old now. And that was the whole concept that I was looking for people to watch it and say, wow, that came out then. I feel old. Um, a lot of people don't like watching those videos, my movie birthdays, but that's why I started this channel. I'm going to keep doing it in my channel, in my videos. So let's go ahead and celebrate some birthdays. Celebrating their 5th birthday this week, we had The Curse of Chucky. Yeah. I saw the first one. I enjoyed it. I saw the second one. Didn't really care for it. Saw the third one. Thought it was good. Didn't think they needed to keep going with this. So never saw Curse of Chucky. Have no desire to see Curse of Chucky. I know there was a Bride of Chucky, The Seed of Chucky, everything Chucky, I don't know. And now they're remaking these movies. Hollywood's just out of ideas. So they're gonna remake Chucky again for some reason and whatever. Moving on. Celebrating their 10th birthday this week, we have a lot of films. We have Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, How to Lose Friends and Alienate People, Religulous, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, and Rachel Getting Married. Now, of this list, the only one I never saw was Rachel Getting Married, which is odd for me because I like Anne Hathaway. I like her movies. I just didn't see this one for some reason. But I saw Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Don't let that get out. um, but of this list, I mean, I saw Nick and Nora. I saw How to Lose Friends. They didn't have a big impact on me. But Religulous. Oh my God. I love Bill Maher. I think he is great. He finds a way to turn all these serious things so funny. And I guess with my whole thing of, you know, religion divides people, but spirituality will unite them. And him just going on about religions, I really enjoyed it. Um, I think it's a great movie. It does have its laughs, but he makes a lot of great points, and it's definitely worth watching. I know if you sign up for Vudu for free, um, I believe they actually have this movie on there for their free movies. Um, I think I might have seen it on Hulu also. Not sure, but definitely worth checking out. Moving on. The Teenager. 15 minutes in, celebrating its 15th birthday this week, we have Out of Time and School of Rock. I didn't see either one of these. I know. A movie channel, and I didn't see movies. Um, Out of Time, Denzel. I know that my mom has it. My mom watches it. My mom likes it, but I've never seen it. School of Rock just really didn't interest me, so I just never saw it. I'm sure I'm missing a lot with these, but I just didn't watch them. I'm sorry. So we're going to move on to The Adult this week, celebrating their 20th birthday. This week we have Night at the Roxbury and Ants. I saw Night at the Roxbury. I will admit that. Excuse me. Oof. I will admit that only because anyone who knows me knows I cannot stand Will Ferrell. I don't like his movies. I don't really watch his movies. The one where he's the Anchorman thing, I never watched those. The one where he's the race car driver, never watched it. The ice skater, nope. Anything with him, I'll pass on. I saw this movie. This is probably why, because there was, yeah. Ants. I love this movie. Oh my God, 20 years ago though, but woof, I love it. I mean, I think it's great. The voices in it, I love to watch animated films because me, I like to pick out the voices. Oh, whose voice is that? Whose voice is that? Without actually watching the credits. Um, but this one, I mean, the whole story with Z trying to move out of his rank and move up in the world, you know, I think the reason I like it so much is because I know what it's like to be Poe and trying to be more than what you are and trying to move up the ranks yourself. So the message is great, the movie is great. I just love Ants. Not the real things, but the movie. Moving on. Boy, there are a lot of trailers that came out this week. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and then two more that didn't even make it on my list here. 9 trailers. So we're really just gonna, I mean, we're already at 18 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of push through these as quickly as we can. The Rocket Man trailer. I heard Rocket Man and I thought of that, what was it, 90s, maybe early 2000s, where they go to Mars and they bring the idiot along and yeah. That's what I thought of. And no, this is a biopic about Elton John. And it stars Taron Egerton in the role, which I thought, wow, that's, you know, I think Elton probably had a lot to do with that decision to have him play the role. Um, they were both in Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, and I think somewhere along there they probably created this good bond, and um, now Taron's got the role playing Sir Elton John in his biopic and his coming ups, and I mean Taron Egerton I think is great, and I really am looking forward to seeing this one. Moving on. Uh, the Overlord final trailer. When the first trailer came out for this, oh my God, I was hooked, and I mean, I'm not a big video game guy, but I know that there's a big thing with killing Nazi zombies, and J.J. Abrams saw that and kind of ran with it, I guess. And now we've got a movie about, right before Normandy, right before D Day, you know, these troops go in to kind of assess the situation, and they find out that the Nazis are making zombie Nazis, I guess, so to speak. They want their thousand-year Reich to be, you need to have thousand-year soldiers. So um, I'm excited for this movie. I love J.J. Abrams. I love the movies that he does, anything that he's attached to. So I'll be there. Moving on. The Mule. Clint Eastwood. Um, I mean, I thought he would have called it quits maybe after. Oof, God, what was his last movie? Trying to think. Trouble with the Curve or Gran Torino? One of those. I mean, yeah, he did American Sniper, and he was in the movie in the sense that he had a scene walking into the church, but that was it. I thought he would have been done acting. I mean, Clint Eastwood, don't get me wrong, he's been around forever. He's a great actor. I love his movies, ones that he directs, ones that he's in. I love his movies, but he's like 830 years old. I thought he would have been done, but no. He comes out with this movie, The Mule, where he's basically, you know, bringing drugs in from, I don't know if it's Mexico or Central America, we'll say. And, watching the trailer, it's emotional because he explains why he does it. He wanted to do more for his family. And in doing so, he had to neglect his family. And now people kind of resent him. His family kind of resents him for that. Like it's like he abandoned them, but he did all this for them. And yeah, it's not the greatest thing to do, but with the economy the way it is, all jokes aside, serious talk, but the way the economy is, there's a lot of people that turn to illegal ways of making money to try to make ends meet or try to get by. And, you know, yes, it's wrong. They shouldn't, but they see it as, hey, the government's not going to help me. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to provide for my family. Moving on. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. Now, when this one came out, the first trailer, I was like, man, that's such an interesting concept. An alternate universe where anyone can wear the mask, anyone can be Spider Man. And this one goes a little bit more into it where it's, multiple universes and all these different characters are coming in and they're Spider Man in their universe. But now they're all brought to this one universe and they have to kind of come together and destroy whatever the evil is, so to speak, so that they could get back to their universe. Hold on one second. So they have to get back to their universe, or space time continuum thing. It's all going to fall apart. But what I really liked about this trailer was, they paid homage to the other movies. When he's talking in the beginning about he saved the city, and they show that scene from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 with the train when he's in front of it and holding the train. Um, And at the beginning and towards the end, when he's up on top of that building with the gargoyle, it's like Black Panther. You know, you've got that, I don't know, architectural creature, and it looks like the panther that's in Wakanda. So I like that they kind of went with, other movies and brought him into this one. I'm excited for this just because of the whole concept that anyone could be Spider-Man in their universe. Moving on. The Vice trailer. I started watching this trailer and there was a glitch or something. The volume wasn't working. And I'm watching it and I'm like, that's Dick Cheney. What's Dick Cheney doing in this? Like, is this a movie or what? And then they showed Sam Rockwell, and I'm like, I'm really confused. And then it was saying that Christian Bale is Dick Cheney, and I was like, wait, what? And watched the trailer again with the volume, and oh my god, did not recognize Christian Bale. He did such a good job transforming into this character that you can't recognize him until he speaks. Because then you realize that's Batman and I'm not wearing hockey pads. It was the same voice. So I was like, oh my god. But he really transformed the look and turned himself into Dick Cheney. And this just looks like an interesting movie. I mean, they had W with Josh Brolin, which kind of showed W coming to power and becoming president. It would be interesting to see this story about Dick Cheney and how he kind of went from being a CEO to, you know, Secretary of Defense and Vice President and Chief of Staff and all these other things that he did. So I'm excited just for that aspect to see Dick Cheney's story. Um, but man, Christian Bale really transformed himself. If you haven't seen the trailer, definitely check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Doesn't look anything like him. Moving on. The Upside. This was a movie I kind of knew nothing about. Like, I didn't even know it was being made. But I saw that there was a trailer for it, and I'm like, Kevin Hart? Okay. Bryan Cranston? Okay. And this trailer just blew me away. This movie is going to be great. Um, Kevin Hart still has a little bit of comedy in it, but I feel like it's a more serious role. It's a more serious movie. Um, yes, he brings some humor to it, and so does Bryan Cranston. I mean, Bryan Cranston, everyone probably knows him now from Breaking Bad, but he was like a comedic actor before that, but he transitioned into these serious roles. And again, this one looks like a more serious film, so I'm excited for it. Based on a true story, the guy's a very wealthy paraplegic and he needs someone to help him. Here comes Kevin Hart. Because I guess he doesn't take things as serious as everyone else was. So they teamed up and it just looks really good. Moving on. Before I get to the last one here on my list, I'm going to touch on the other trailers that came out after I made my list of what we're going to talk about. Sorry. Nebs loves her 15 minutes of fame. Um, we had the Mortal Engines trailer that came out, and I gotta tell you, I like the concept of the movie. Um, I know it's based on a book, and Peter Jackson is doing it. And, you know, I enjoyed The Lord of the Rings. I never saw the Hobbit movies, but, excuse me, I don't know. There was something about this trailer that kind of turned me off from the movie. I almost, it's almost like I lost interest. The only thing I found interesting in the movie, I mean, in the trailer, was that, I don't know, demon type character with the glowing eyes. That's probably the only thing that intrigued me. Um, the rest of it just, I don't know. I lost interest in the movie. Um, Trailers are supposed to get you excited, and I feel like this one did just the opposite. It took the excitement right out of me. So I'm sure it'll make a boatload of money. It's got a great cast, and it's done again by Peter Jackson, but no interest here. Maybe they'll do another trailer, and maybe it'll spark something new, but I don't know. Moving on. The Robin Hood trailer. Uh, Taron Egerton, again, making it on this list 2 times in this video. And, you know, you could almost get tired of the Robin Hood story. How many times can you tell it? You had Kevin Costner and Russell Crowe, and in the spoof you had Carrie Ells, and you had the cartoon version. I mean, how many times can you tell the Robin Hood story? But I think because of the cast, just having Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx is enough to make anyone want to see this movie. I mean, the trailers do their job. They get you excited for it. They don't give too much away. I mean, you know the story. You know what's going to happen in the movie. Um but you still want to see it happen. And I don't know, a trailer that can do that, that can bring you into a movie where you know how it's going to end already, but still keep you excited, that one does its job. Simple example, Star Wars, Rogue One. You know how the story's going to end. You know that they're going to get the plans to the Death Star, they're going to get them to Princess Leia, and Vader's going to be after her. You know that automatically. But you still watched that movie and got hooked and were sitting at the edge of your seat. Oh my God, are they going to succeed? And you know that they were. That's a good trailer because it got you in there to watch it. Same thing with this one. So I'm excited for that movie. Can't wait for it to come out. But let's move on to our last topic, the Aquaman. I don't even know if you could call it a trailer. The Aquaman clip, I guess. Um, Normally, you'll have a teaser trailer that might be a minute and a half. An official trailer will be right around 2.5 minutes. This video was, I think, over 5 minutes long, but still got you really excited for this movie. They may not do any more trailers, and I'm fine with that. This clip really got you excited. It showed you this underwater unknown kingdom, and Jason Momoa, just he's great. He brings comedy to it, but that authority that he is a superhero. This is DC DC's version of Black Panther. DC, a lot of people can say they don't like their movies. I happen to like their films. Wonder Woman did amazing. That's why they're making a second one. I think this one is going to probably do better than Wonder Woman. Um, Again, this is going to be on the scale of Marvel's Black Panther on DC side, because you have this kingdom that no one knows about and this hero that's iconic. This, you know, there was the feud between the cousins in Black Panther, and in this one, there's the feud between I can't remember if they're brothers or cousins, but it's the same movie. This movie is going to do really well. I'm excited for it. This clip, I'm sure, got everyone excited for it, especially with him wearing the old school Aquaman costume. I'm sure people were just going crazy over that. So this one's going to do great. There's been a lot of talk of it possibly changing its date because of other things coming out. I don't think it needs to do that. I don't think DC has anything to worry about. They can leave this movie coming out in November where it is, and it's going to make a boatload of money. But those are my thoughts. But hey, let me know what you think in the comment section below about all these topics. Let me know your thoughts about the box office recap, this coming weekend's predictions. Let me know about the movies that are celebrating their birthdays this week. Maybe there was something that you saw that I didn't, that you enjoyed, and you want to let me know that I was wrong. Go ahead and comment. And then with all the trailers that were coming out, there was, you know, Mortal Engines and Robin Hood, which didn't make it on my list, but Rocket Man, Overlord, The Mule, Spider-Man, Vice, The Upside, and Aquaman. Let me know your thoughts about all these trailers, or some of them. Pick and choose, whatever. Keep the communication going both ways. Let me know what you think, guys. As always, you can follow me on Twitter, Movie Time with C1, the letter C, the number 1. And again, on there, I usually have the little clips of my thoughts on certain things and my box office predictions. I didn't do a box office predictions on Twitter this week because I was doing the video again. But this video and its clips will be on Twitter. You guys can find me on Instagram, Movie Time with Chris, movie_time_with_Chris. And again, you're going to see the little snippets of videos I've already done, stuff I'm working on, stuff I'm going to be uploading. So check out the Twitter, check out the Instagram. If you like what you see, come back to the channel and subscribe, because you're going to get all that great content and then some. And again, the and then some is because I'm here for you. So if you guys ever have a question, a topic you want to hear about, a video you want to see, all you have to do is email me, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. I'm going to check that email multiple times a day. I will not miss your message, and I can guarantee that the question you have, the topic you want to hear about, the video you want to see, will appear on a future video on this channel. Now, hey, if you guys like this channel, if you like the content that I provide, the information that I give, the fact that I'm here for you, you guys can always support me on Patreon. I'm going to have the link in the description below. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, share the video with your friends, please subscribe, and until next time, take care.